Hello, boys and girls. All right, so today we're going to do show not tell, which is one of my favorite things that we get to do this week when we're editing our um, rough draft. So, good writers create a picture in readers' minds. You don't just want to tell them, you want to show them what's happening in your story. So, how do we do that? Well, there's a few different ways. We can use dialogue to do that. We can use descriptive words to do that. We can think about the five senses that we have and describe those so that our reader like knows what senses they're supposed to be pretending with while they're reading it. And we can talk about the character's feelings. All of those ways show and don't just tell. So we're going to dive in and we're going to practice. Here's an example of show not tell. So one thing that you might be doing is telling your reader something. So it says Susie was nervous on her first day of school. You're telling your readers that she's nervous. That's great. But there's a better way of doing these things. You could show your reader. Now, I want you to tell me which one you think is more interesting. Susie's stomach knotted up as she sheepishly walked down the hall of what seemed like an enormously big school. She wondered if people could see her heart pounding out of her chest. What would people think of her? What would they say? Would she fit in at her new school? She stopped at the edge of her classroom door and considered turning around and running back home. So, the author in this paragraph does not say the word nervous. Instead, they describe all of her feelings, how the character is handling it, and it's so much better because we really feel like we could jump inside that character and know exactly how they're feeling. And that's what a good writer does, is they make sure that their audience can understand how the character is feeling. So when you just tell me that she's nervous, that's one thing. If you can show me through her actions and describe what's going on around, that's showing. So we're going to practice today a little bit with your essay that you wrote. So it says, find a sentence in your story that can show, not tell. So I want you to go back and find a sentence that describes the character's feeling. So feelings are nervous, scared, happy, sad. When you actually said, Cameron was sad, or Bobby was nervous, or Peter was upset. Instead of telling, I want you to show. So what you're going to do is you're going to put what sentence you used in your story here. So pull that sentence out. You're going to say, oh, look, right there, I said that she felt this way. So then you're going to copy it and put it here. Then you're going to show instead of telling me how they're feeling. So let's say we know that Pete was really scared. So I'm going to say Pete was really scared. He was really scared. So instead of saying Pete was really scared, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my reader he's scared. So Pete's heart started thumping. He could feel the sweat starting to build on his forehead. His stomach was in knots. What was he going to tell his mother? So in my sentence, I never actually say that he's scared. Instead, I show my reader through how he's feeling that he's scared. All right, I'm describing that. So you're going to do that for the character's feeling. You're going to do that for the setting. So you're going to find a sentence where you tell someone that, the setting was the school. So the school was big. Instead, say the school towered over every other building in the city. You're going to show us instead of just telling us. And you're also going to do that for a character's action. So action would be a verb. What did they do in your story? So did they jump? Did they freeze? I know some of you are writing about dirt biking. You might want to say, the dirt bike, instead of saying the dirt bike flew into the air, you could say the dirt bike soared over the, I don't know, the dirt. What do you call those? The dirt jump. And it stopped midair, like it was. You really, I don't know. I've never really watched dirt biking, so I'm kind of lying right now. But anyway, you guys are just going to describe. All right. So you have to find a character's action, a setting, and somewhere in your story where you told them about the feeling. Okay. And you're going to change it up so that now we know that you're showing it and not telling it. And then you can fix your essay too. So we're trying to make your actual essay better. That's our goal here today. Okay. All right. Hopefully that helps. If not, your teacher can help you go over this, and good luck. And I can't wait to read all your stories.